Hello guys. Today I'm recording this video. I'm sharing with you a very simple strategy. This is the strategy I use for boom and crash. I tell you guys, it works wonders. Whether you want to buy, whether you want to sell, boom or crash, whatever you want to do with it, each and every direction you take, it will work, guys. So here's how it goes. As you can see on the picture, um, I have drawn these items here. It's all about supply and demand, guys. It's all about supply and demand. So uh, this is basic ICT here. So what we are mainly concerned about is the order block, the breaker, and the source. So they come in that order, right? That is order block first, then we have breaker, and then lastly source. So here's how we'll be using these. On H4, we draw this on H4. So first things first, we'll be marking our order blocks. Let's say it's boom and we are in a downtrend, like here we're in a downtrend there. So what happens is, we'll be marking our order blocks going downwards. What it means is, once a new low is created, we'll mark our order block, which is the last bullish candle leading to that respective low. We'll be marking these up until a point where we get breaker. That is when the very last order block is broken going upwards. That is when we get an H4 candle that closes above the the last order block. So once we get that, we now mark our source. That is, the order block tends to breaker, which is marked by an orange rectangle there. Then once we get breaker, we then mark our source, which is where the momentum leading to the breaker came from. So now we'll mark it using the blue rectangle there, which is our source. We mark the last bearish candle leading to the breaker. That will be our source. So what happens now is we expect two things. It's either price comes back to retest breaker and then goes up, or price comes back to retest source and then goes up. Either way, we will get our entry there. So that is exactly what's up with this strategy here. So now for entries, now we'll be using M15. That's the one we use for entries. We go down to M15. There are three things we'll be looking for there. We'll be looking for the last step, that will be broken plus its retest. Then we can enter. Then the last step, broken plus retest, needs to be supported by other confluences, that is TDI divergence and TDI shark fin, either of those two. If you get either of those two with last step plus retest, that is a good sign that an entry is imminent. Then lastly, for us to take a trade, we said we ought to have three confluences. So the first confluence is last step broken plus retest. Then the second confluence is TDI divergence or TDI shark fin. Then the last confluence there is The last confluence there we have is the pattern at yesterday's high or yesterday's low. These are the areas where we look for the pattern, that is the last step broken plus retest and the T-die divergence and the T-die shark fin. We look for those at yesterday's low or yesterday's high, depending on what you want to do. If you want to sell, it means you have to look for the pattern on yesterday's high. If you want to buy, you have to look for the pattern on yesterday's low. So there you have it, guys. That's a great strategy we have right there. I will show you its results very soon. Then also you can combine it with price action and market maker, but I prefer using market maker on M1 time frame if it's crash and boom. This strategy, guys, it does not just work for crash and boom, it also works everywhere, be it forex, be it other indices, whatever you want to trade. You just follow the rules and you make money. So what we are doing right now, guys, is we have to go to M1 for us to find entries on boom and crash using the market maker method. But first, the confluences of this first strategy I gave you have to meet up for us to say we are now going to M1 to look for an entry using market maker. So usually on market maker, what we'll be looking for is the ID50, which is the first pullback to the 50 EMA on market maker. That's where we get our entry. That one produces the very best of results. So guys, I recommend though that we trade spikes only. Of course ticks work, but spikes are the best. So guys, let's make money. If you feel you need more help, and you feel you need mentorship or something like that, you can contact me on 0775. Sorry, if you are not in Zimbabwe, it's plus 263 775 662 682. That is on WhatsApp. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the video, subscribe and like.